So in this episode, we explore the iconic Tollycraft 61 and 65, which were produced from 1983 to 1996, with a couple of custom Norden boats built from the same shared molds thereafter. In this video, we'll look at some underway footage. You are now watching a 1991 boat accelerating from 8 to 18 knots without the use of trim tabs. Continuous cruise with the equipped 735 horsepower 8V92 TA Detroits is 10 to 18 knots. Visibility from the Pillothouse is excellent at all speeds. Stick around, we'll have a close look at the underwater hull, and later an engine room and onboard sea trial video. Thanks for watching, consider liking and subscribing. Hello. So we're carrying on with our underwater inspection of various boats. Another Tollycraft. This is a 1990 Tollycraft 61. A really great entry on this one. Typical Tollycraft flared bow, keeps the spray down. These boats are extraordinarily easy to push through the water. We're seeing the start of the forward spray knocker here. This is what they call a quadrilift hull. What that means is there's really two chines. Got a variable speed Westmore hydraulic bow thruster on this one. The guys are just rolling on the bottom paint. I think this is Pettit. Hull buffing coming along. Got a set of Westmore hydraulics fin stabilizers on it. So you can see the keel's full length. This is really a semi-displacement hull. You know, the soft chine here, you can see that radius here, and then you get the first chine. And it kind of morphs as you go back into a reverse radius. It comes up and it goes out again. Of course, we have a spray knocker slash rub strip above. This one's got a nice addition, which is aftermarket, which is the side door. Getting in and out makes life a little easier. Really deep keel, carried well aft. 2.5-inch shafts. That keel is really prominent. And back here we've got a V-strut with a 32 by 33 wheel. Nice big spade rudders hanging way down. It's got some fairings up here in front of the strut. Paid a little extra attention. She's got the spurs, line cutters. You get another look at the transom here. So it is a kind of a rounded chine with a bit of a lifting straight there. So these later boats with the 8V92s are about 77,000 pounds. The earlier boats with the 671s, this would have just been submerged just slightly. These later boats, the water line's up here, they're about 19 to 20,000 pounds heavier, maybe 15,000 pounds. Typical of the 48 and the 61, 65 is the enormously strong braces for the swim step. No bent pieces of stainless steel tubing here. Heavy duty zinc's been moved outboard to accommodate the Westmore stern thruster. It's a dual propeller unit. This is hydraulic. You can see the props are well spaced. Big rudders. 892s need big exhausts with a lot of power, 735 shaft aside. This one, they've done something pretty smart. Most of these boats have a gap up here. And you can see that this portion is where the gap was. This has been filled in by a teak deck. Keeps the soot off of the transom, which makes a lot of sense to me. But I mean, you can see just how strong the supports for the swim grid are on this particular boat. All the 61s are like this. They should be anyway. Difference between this and the 65, of course, is you got the extended cockpit and the step down in the sheer. It goes out another 4 feet. On that boat, they moved the rudders and the props right to the transom, as they should. I understand they also slackened the shaft angle ever so slightly and moved the engines back a bit for weight and balance. Later boats have the slots, clearing ports here in the after portion, which was mandated by ABS. You need so many square feet of clearing port. Later boats were built to ABS. The engine room vents were moved to the other side of the gunnel, the inboard side. And there's a port light in the bow of these 61s up there that was filled in again on the later boats. Just some process improvements, other things like you know, dual ram steering and better water integrity with the ABS inspected boats. Westmore stabilizers have this big fairing instead of a blade. Yeah, so this boat is in exceptionally good shape, and we've just had her out for a bottom job and a cutlass bearing repair and a re and re on one of the stabilizer actuators. So there you go, 1990 Tolly 61. Probably one of the better ones around. Later. Yeah, what I like about these, the bottom is really uncomplicated. There's no bumps or chunks or weird distortions or anything like that. So it's really efficient. Like one of these with a clean bottom and a couple of healthy 892s in it is going to go about a knot per 100 RPM. We were easily doing 18 knots at about 1770 RPM on the way here. The boat is extraordinarily easy to handle with the big propellers hanging down, big rudders, plenty of power, plenty of bite. Whenever you see a boat with a really smooth, slick bottom like this, with no chines or strakes or any other protuberances or all that crap, you know, she's going to be pretty efficient. And so these boats really make the most of the horsepower that's in them. And they're really good sea boats too, as you can tell as we walk forward. The deep, fine entry, actually it's not that deep, but it's pretty fine. And really great bow flare. Keeps her dry. In the master cabin, the water line's about here, so you do get a bit of chine slab sometimes. But that's about it.